All right, guys, welcome back. That's Brian here, Catch Collect here. Great to be back. Oh, bumped into the camera there for just a second. Um, what we got here? I mentioned it on the last video here, explaining where I've been here. That I was going to open up these puppies here, Hidden Fates, Gyarados 10 here. Before I get to those here, I did have some packs that I wanted to open. So I'm gonna end up opening up a couple of these box. I got 3 packs here. It's gonna end up being a total of 9 Champions Path packs. I'm gonna be opening up for you guys. One of the promo cards, Obstagoon, and there's actually I don't know if this is I don't know how rare these are, but I'm put it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like right there. I'm trying to see if I can. It's kind of hard for me to even see it. There's a really awesome swirl right there. Really cool. So I'm actually gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna set that puppy right there. But that's one of the promo cards out of the Champions Path set, and of course you get the little pin. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat as well. Um, and of course you get the code for the code kids there. But we're gonna end up opening up 9 of these. So let me go ahead and get it get it all open for you guys. Sorry for the noise. But how have you guys been? Like I said, I know it's been a while since I've talked to you all, had the chance to and what's pretty cool about this, I do this a lot. Interrupt myself, but I got a different box here, so it's a different pin, Drednaw. Now it doesn't have a swirl on it, but still pretty cool. There, but yeah, how have you all been? It's been crazy. Like 2020 has been just completely insane, and I was so ready for it to be over. It's now the night of the first. And like I said, I was just so ready for it to just be done with, be gone. There, now it's gone. Now it's 2021, and hopefully, we don't have anything like last year. We lost so many celebrities, so many people, and it's just been crazy. With COVID, with work, with relationships, it's just been a crazy year, I think, for us all, and I think all of our resolutions should be keep 2020 from happening again for the code kids there. Um, but yeah, how have you all been? This is a pretty good looking pen. Where what are some of your resolutions? Like, if you want to drop them in the chat. What are your resolutions here? My resolutions is to make this channel big, to be more focused on it. Not to say that I wasn't focused there. As you know, if you watched the last video, I did contract COVID there, and it took a toll on me, like a real serious toll. Oh, that is a beautiful card, Alcremie. These promos, I love promo cards. Not just because I do think that, some people they do come, one every box, so it's not like they're rare or anything, but they still have a certain charm about them. Pin, nice little pin. Might end up giving those pins away. But yeah, drop your resolutions in the chat. I want to know what your resolutions are. My resolutions, the same as it's been for about the past 10 years. Going a little bit of diet. Going a little bit of a weight loss challenge there. But it's been the same for about 10 years. So, I don't know. Optimism is always there at the beginning for the co-kids. So we got here 9 packs of Champions Path here. And let's get started here. was most crazy, about the time when I was staying at home. I was watching, some YouTube videos and keeping up with, and I don't know the card tricks. I don't do any of that. Watch some videos and staying up to date on. And it's just been really, really crazy with Politics Ekans, Matchup, Nickit, Linoon, Potion Trainer, Full Heal Trainer, Marnie. Look at the Marnie. Look at there. Now, if you get the full art Marnie, you get the secret rare Marnie, you're doing something with yourself there. Metal Energy, Rotom Phone, Great Ball, Absol. Absol, the reverse hollow Absol is actually, worth a little penny. I think that comes in the Cosmic Eclipse set. Could be wrong for the co-kids. But yeah, you're not doing too bad for yourself. You got yourself a little Marnie there. Sit there right there. But yeah, I was watching, with politics and everything with the election. That was pretty crazy. What's going on? Like the vaccine finally came out, and then you had on the leisure side of life, you have the new game system coming out, and craziness for the co-kids. You got Zigzagoon here, Machop, Swablu, Nickit, Kakuna, Nickit, Obstagoon, Reverse Hollow, and Milo Rotom Phone Bijo. It's just been really, really crazy, and I'm, trying to. I actually went to school for political science, and I've always tried to stay away from having political science talks, or not political science talks, political talks, because nowadays you don't really, you can't really talk politics nowadays. It's always an effort from one person at least, for the co-kids, from one person at least, to try to convince the other person to switch sides. Which is just, it's mind-boggling to me. Like, why can't you just have a conversation there? Why must you get mad? Like, I don't think it's that serious. I really don't, to be honest with you. But a lot of people do. A lot of people do. And a lot of people, I see something back there. Malamar, Lucario V. Great card. Great card. Lucario V full art. Great card. Energy, Training, Arbok. But yeah, a lot of people do, and a lot of people just, that's why I don't like to talk politics at all. But it is an interesting conversation. Like, I miss having conversations in class, because it was like a mediator was there, which it was. Like, my professor was there, so we could have like those robust conversations. And that's why I like philosophy class. When I was in college, like, I would schedule my philosophy class for like 8 o'clock in the morning. People thought I was crazy, and I probably was just a little bit crazy. Because why would you schedule that type of class that early? But it just it was like coffee to me. It got my mind running, because I loved philosophy. Philosophy wasn't really practical. And the degree itself, like, unless you're like wanting to go and get your, doctorate. Gardevoir, look at that. Full art. Amazing. It's not a secret rare, but I love Gardevoir, and he appears a lot, or she appears a lot. I don't know. But for the co-kids. But yeah, I loved the conversation we would have in philosophy. The way it made, like, the in-depth thinking that was required, the thought, like the process that was stimulated by the conversations that we had was just amazing. And I still remember some of those today, from whether it was Thomas and Aquinas, from Rousseau. I just love talking about from Aristotle, Socrates, and then my teacher was more or less a theorist, like in every sense of the word. And the question, like I don't know, I loved listening to him talk about stuff. Reverse Hollow, my champ. So I think that's going to. Oh nope, we got the reverse or the Hollow Lycan Rock. Not a bad card. But he would talk about he would talk about, he would kind of put it in real life form. So I like whenever you can make something that would be boring interesting by either making it real life or making it a story. So one of the things that one of the examples I have for you is in history. I was almost a history. I think I came into college as a computer science major and a history minor. Quickly got rid of the computer science when I looked at the coding. And then history, I got rid of the history minor, but kept taking history classes because the first the history class I was in, the teacher, who I ended up taking like 3 or 4 classes after this point with, she was talking about something. I forget what she was talking about, but I was not a class clown, but I would always like to ask the tough questions. I was that guy, that annoying guy. And Zygarde there. And so one day the teacher, now mind you, this is history class. I think we were talking about Carthage or Rome or something. And she said, so we don't really know the date that this happened, so we're just going to say it was between such and such date. And I was like, why? I was like, why can't you pinpoint the date? Like, what? Like, I mean, like, if you all are history majors or history, like, why can't they pinpoint the date? I didn't ask it in that way, which I think is nicer than, kind of the nice way to ask it. I think I asked it in somewhat of what would be a rude way. And her response was something like, that's not a question you should be asking, or it's not a valid question. And I remember people remember the way they feel more than anything. So I remember feeling like, oh, I shouldn't have asked that question, because it was not a stupid question. It was just a question like, why? Like, why would you even ask that question? Like, and thinking back, you give a date range, you can't really pinpoint. Oh my goodness. All right, secret rare, gold, suspicious food 10. I think this is the best one we got so far. Great card. Look at that. I love gold cards. Probably some of my favorite ever, but I love that. Suspicious food 10. Let me go ahead and sleeve this up. But I just remember, I definitely remember like immediately saying to myself, I shouldn't have asked that question. And she gave her response, and I was pretty quiet for the rest of the day. And I ended up taking more classes from her because I did like the way she taught. I didn't know anything about Rome. I went to a very poor school district. I graduated from a very poor school, and we didn't learn a lot about Rome. I mean, I know about Julius Caesar. You hear about him, but I didn't know a lot about him. And the way she taught it was in like a story mode, and history can be taught as a story because it is. That's where your ancestors tell your stories, or your grandparents, and they tell stories. Well, she made it into like a story, and I can really get behind a good story. And I would take notes, and I really fell in love with that. The story of Julius Caesar and Octavian, learning about Nero. Why, that old adage, they'll say somebody's playing the fiddle while Rome burns. Well, Nero literally played the fiddle while Rome burned. He burned down Rome. Like, the guy was completely crazy. Um, insane. Like, but learning about him, learning about Cleopatra, Egypt, and it got me into the want to actually, excuse me, the want to actually travel. So, before that, I hadn't been out of the United States. I don't think I had been. No, I know I hadn't been out. I know I hadn't been out of the state, let alone the United States. So, kind of got me wanting to travel. Learning about Europe and the boot, I like to call it, which consists of Italy, Sicily, and UK, because it's just shaped like a boot. If you look at it on the map, and it kind of opened that door to me. And so when I was in college, I joined a lot of the teams and joined a lot of the organizations that allowed me to travel, like the mock EU, the European Union, mock trial. I was in, I was a pre-law major by my second year. And so it, allowed me to get outside the box. And Incineroar V, nice little full art there. Nice card. It allowed me to travel and allowed me to do a lot. I remember when I first got on the plane, we was in the mock EU, and we went to SUNY University, and oh man, I was just so excited. So excited. So we are finished with the Champions Path. Let me go back through some of the hits here that we have. Not a lot. Suspicious Food 10, Alcremie. Let's see here. So let's see. Place that down. Zygarde's okay. It's probably gonna be this buddy here, Lycan Rock V here. Marnie is actually in there. Okay. Obstagoon. So yeah, not too bad actually. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, we're gonna sit those over there. Actually, gonna put those up there. But now we're ready for the hidden phase. Good deal. So as you know, in these tins, if I can remember correctly, I think there's 4 in each tin, 4 packs in each tin. Of course, you get the Gyarados. I think there's 4 packs. Let me see here. I believe there's 4 packs. Yep, 4 packs here. It's been a while since I opened one of these tins because they've shot up in price. But when I went to SUNY and the first time I was on a plane, I just felt so like wow, like this is amazing. Traveling, and it just opened a door up for me. Wow, this is okay. There we go. Opened a door up for me to do so many things. So in 2012, actually, we got that. Not too many people collect these, but yeah, I hold on to them for the co-kids here. I hold on to these. I like them, and I was, think to myself, maybe people, if you do grade a 10 on one of these, people are going to need a complete set. And they'll need that as part of that complete set. So let me put this trash out of the way. Alright, 4 hidden phase 10s. And these are probably some of my favorite pack arts here. Mew, Mewtwo, Shiny Charizard, which is SV49. That's what you want. And hidden phase. But yeah, so when I was in college for a year, pack 1. When I was in college for a year, I looked up this program called. It was based out. So I went to school in Coastal Carolina. Went to college in Coastal Carolina, University in Myrtle Beach, and they had this program that they had this program or internship program that they were connected to in Washington D.C. called the Washington Internship Institute. So I went there in 2012 and was there for a semester working for this nonprofit organization. And man, like, I loved it. I loved the area. I loved how like people were always walking with a purpose. Even till this day, I will be like, oh, look at that, a shiny Beldum. That's crazy, like that. Walking with, even if they were just missing determination, even if they were just going for bread, they were always walking with some kind of purpose. That's what I liked about the area. It was just so busy, and it was just me. I love the cold, and when I went there, it was in January, from January until May, and so I love the cold. I love dressing up in suits every day. It was my style. I told you I wanted to be a lawyer, and it was just what I wanted to do. And it being in DC, it's like the mecca of it. It was my time to kind of like take a feed and take a dive. And I hadn't been away from home that far from home. Shall I say? Oh, the birds. This is actually not a bad card. It used to be to where if you get this card, you were like, okay, all right, another one, right? And but now these are actually becoming worth a little. They're becoming a little pricey. So this is the secret rare, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, more commonly known as the birds, but not bad centering. It's kind of tilted a little bit. And when I say tilted, it's kind of tilted that way because this is a little bit bigger, a little thinner on these bottom edges here, and then a little thicker on the top here. So I probably wouldn't get a 10 if I did send it in. More likely a 9. PSA is a little bit lenient, but I don't know. Code kits there. That's actually pretty not a bad hit right there. Yeah, being in Washington D.C. even for that little amount of time, definitely got me hooked on the area. Gave me, and working for a nonprofit, even in 2012. So I graduated in 2015, but I give credit to working for that nonprofit, even for that semester time, 3 years earlier, on leading me to want to be a part of the Peace Corps. So when I graduated, I joined the Peace Corps. Pikachu is actually pretty good. Charmander is good, but not in his non-hollow form. And then Vaporeon is going to be the hit on that. Misty Cerulean Gem. Not a bad card there, but very common. But Pikachu's actually, Pikachu's loved across the board. So you'll always pick up a Pikachu whenever you see it. Especially if it's a special Pikachu, because the last pack luck here, we've been having some good last pack luck here. So hopefully this, if I can get it open, I mean, I am losing it. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, another one. Psyduck. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's Psyduck. Let me go back through here and let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Fairy Energy was. So it's. Yeah. Not missing anything, just a Psyduck here. So out of out of that Hidden Fates 10 here, what we got, of course, the promo card, Beldum, Shiny Beldum, 2 Pikachu commons, but they're Pikachu, and probably the most expensive right here, worth more, the birds, in their secret rare form. Guys, I do appreciate you all joining me here once again on Catch to Collect. Next time here that you join me, I'm going to be opening up quite a bit of Phantom Rage here. I had planned to do some things here with this, and I got some plans. I won't be opening up all these boxes, but as you can see here, and I got cards just falling everywhere. Great cards. Cards falling everywhere. But yeah, this is what we're going to be doing next, guys. Getting some of this Phantom Rage out of the way. I might be giving away a few boxes there. I don't know. Next video there coming up very soon. Appreciate you guys once again joining me here, Catch to Collect. You know what I always say. You know what it always is. In reality, the adventure is always in the catch. Peace.